Welcome
back
to the daytime sick past. I am sick. I at first it was just congestion, but I think I'm definitely sick for sure. I'm hoping I don't wake up tomorrow feeling worse.
I've been progressively feeling worse for a few days. A little burpy head.
So I was drinking a drink that we're not gonna name, and she was like, "Oh my god, you're gonna burp." I'm like, "No, I'm not gonna burp." Yeah, and I burped.
Yeah, because I know you.
Anyway, yeah, I've been congested. You can kind of hear my voice, and
I can't.
It's kind of annoying. Like, why did I choose to be with her? You know, now it's like locked in, and it's
I see what you did there.
Oh my god! Of all the ones I could have had,
but before that,
could have had a queen.
Before that,
I got a freaking clown, a court jester.
Before that, what's your weekly stand-up?
Yeah. My weekly stand-up is I'm sick, guys. Honestly, it sucks because we have a trip coming up next week, and I'm trying to feel better before that. So I know it's annoying because like 2 weeks ago, I was getting like a little bit of congestion, and I was like, oh my god, I hope I actually get sick now. Mm-hmm. Didn't get sick. I felt so like good. And then now, literally the week before, I get sick. And also, I actually taught for the longest time. Our trip was the week after next.
Yeah, do you know, we were back home, and then Ferk was like, something along the lines of like, oh, sure, like, it's 2 weeks, And I was like, okay, like literally, yeah, it's in 2 weeks, because it was like a Saturday, but like, it's still, not that long. And then we came back home, and he was like, 2 weeks, we gotta lock in. And I'm like, why do you keep saying that? Why did you keep saying that?
Because I thought it was in 2 weeks.
Yeah, you were wrong.
I was wrong. And now look at me. A clown. For the people listening, I drew a clown face on my face.
And you know where that meme comes from, right?
Yeah, obviously. On the internet. I've seen the video, like. And it's like me, clown, and then your mom putting on the clown makeup.
Yeah, but I told you about my dream.
Yeah, I know about the dream. I'm not, obviously, but I thought you were talking about the actual meme.
Yeah, but you have it from my dream, right?
Yeah.
Right. Anyways, my weekly stand-up is related, I guess, to our holiday, and it's the fact that it's stressful for just like no reason. And usually you get sick when you go on holidays because you're like relaxed, but this holiday for some reason has been a little bit stressful, and we haven't gotten the chance to relax. But yeah, holiday prep is like just intense for no reason, even if you go and pay for stuff or you do it yourself.
Yeah, I just have to pick out what I'm gonna wear. I haven't done that yet.
See, I've done that and I'm still stressed.
I love that for me because I'm super chill and I don't care.
I have to wax, I have to do my nails, I have to do my eyebrows, I have to do my tan.
You look beautiful the way you are, baby. Don't worry.
Thank you so much.
So don't stress it.
Weren't you laughing at my leg hair the last day?
What?
Huh?
Who would do such a thing?
Who would do such a thing, exactly?
That sounds so misogynistic.
Okay, on to today's topic. Come on, say it.
We had our Nikah.
So we're married.
In the religious sense.
I'm telling everyone that we're married and you're here like, we're not.
Nah, we are. Yeah, we are. Because that's what some people only care about anyway. But yeah, no, we are. How does that make you feel?
It feels
do you feel different is the question.
I actually do.
I don't know why you do though.
I actually do.
Have we not been chilling together the whole time?
Do you know what it is? It's not that I feel different, like consistently different. It's that I'm like, oh wait, I'm a wife, and then I go back to normal, So that's the only difference in my day.
Really?
It's not like I feel different as a wife, or I feel like my duties are different. Like
duties.
No. Everything is the same.
Everything is the same.
Guys, I made him, that tradition where you lift up your wife and like, what is it? Across the threshold of the house, the entryway. And that's, I don't know what it's for. Good luck, new beginnings, whatever it is. Yeah. So I've
it's
been
like you're crossing into.
Yeah. We've been living together for years now, but obviously I had to get him to pick me up.
After we had already entered the house.
After we
I was already comfortable. She made me stand up.
What?
Open the door.
Get up.
Carry her outside and carry her back inside.
Yeah, and it actually felt so good.
Must be good, nice for you.
Yeah.
What do we get?
What do you mean?
What do we?
Who's we?
Men.
Oh, I don't know. You get a wife. What do you mean? What more do you want?
More do I want?
That's like the
2?
most precious jewel.
Maybe 3.
Can you afford 2 or 3? No problem.
No problem.
No problem.
Can you afford? No problem. You can afford equally? No problem.
No problem.
No problem.
So
it actually makes your life easier because then you split the workload.
And I don't have to deal with you 24/7. That's amazing.
Don't have multiple wives, guys. It's not on. Like, it's just not worth it.
Well,
unless you're like super freaking mega rich.
Yeah, it might be worth it for some people.
And then for you, like, for like us average men out here, no. If you're like have money.
But do you know what?
Have as many girlfriends as you want.
I think, do you know the whole like you can have different wives? Have the wives who, you know, have lost husbands, who are struggling in society, because that's how it's meant to be. That
is actually, in the Islamic sense, actually is what the Prophet ﷺ did. Actually, he married like widows, people who didn't have money and stuff like that. Actually, that is the point of it. But God knows that people aren't doing that nowadays. They're doing it just because they want more women.
Yeah, which is... So don't have multiple women. The intention is the intention, and the intention is bad.
Yeah.
Anyways, we had our nikah, right? And I was really nervous. And for anyone who doesn't know, a nikah is
a Muslim wedding, essentially. Because like, and when you say wedding, it's split into 2 parts. Nikah is like the actual ceremony where you like, you know, be like, do you accept? Yes, I do. Blah blah blah. And then the walima is like the actual party celebration of it. We did the nikah part, you know, where our families were there. Just her mom and dad, my mom and dad, and my 2 brothers and my cousin. Because he loves us.
Your brother.
Yeah, exactly. So all of us just there chilling. It was like 5 minutes, guys. Honestly, it was ridiculously quick. It's crazy quick. And it was just like quick prayer. After the prayer, the consent is given, you know, for Nikah to become part of my family.
I didn't like that, but yeah.
Yeah. Well, like you signed the form.
That's true. Willingly.
Yeah,
by myself.
You willingly signed the form.
That felt good.
Like, you know, you signed it.
It's not like my dad had to sign it for me.
Yeah,
that wouldn't bother me, actually.
And also he asked your dad, did she
confirm?
Did she give her consent?
That's true.
And then he's like, yes.
But I kind of wish that like
they asked you directly.
They could ask my mom or something. I understand the whole giving away thing, right?
But this one isn't giving away though, because the idea is he asked if they got your consent.
I guess, yeah.
And he also gave consent.
I get you.
Because that's the thing I did like that he specifically said, did you get her? Did she consent? Did she agree?
I just wish it could have been asked to women too. Like, if I didn't have a dad, I would have had to get some man that I know versus I have a living mother.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
But then I wonder, like, I always, as I said, I wonder if it's just because, like, technically women can be coerced or, you know, because the idea is, like, a man is scary and a man is equal fighting power to another man, you know? So it's like, because I could technically coerce you and your mother, be like, dish, 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 fight. You know, beat you guys up and be like, do you consent? Yeah, you do. You know, whereas I technically can't. Like, you know, a man is like powerful, which is obviously like backwards, like, because there are women that can beat up someone. But you get the idea, as in the idea is like, I couldn't force a man because a man is like, And
I get that, but it's not true. Like, if you wanted to force my dad, you could. You get
absolutely. I could just beat his ass. Like, and I was like, you're saying yes, or I beat you or break your legs.
That's what I mean. I was super nervous. I had my outfit planned for months. I got a really nice dress. What's it called?
Abaya.
An abaya.
Yeah.
A butterfly, whatever. And I bought a hijab as well, and I was so nervous, but I actually like ended up feeling. I was surprised how comfortable I felt wearing it.
You feel confident in it?
Yeah, I did. Because I was a little like, oh, how am I gonna feel? You know, and I don't know why, because like we wear batik back in my country all the time.
Yeah, you guys have, because you guys have to wear it to go to the church, don't you?
Yeah, they cover
Orthodox churches, you know.
Obviously, me as a kid, I've never done that, and I feel like I was like kind of pulled away from that before I got into
used
doing
to it or
it.
anything. Yeah.
So obviously I've never deeped, and then coming here and being so like free to do whatever, free to wear whatever, and then obviously you're like, okay, now you have to be a bit more conservative because you're entering, you know, a religious space, or even going to, you know, country I haven't been to. So it's like obviously my first, you know, interaction with it, and I just love that it was my nikah that it was for, and I actually felt so confident. I felt so like good in my skin, you know. And I loved it. I loved the experience. It was so quick. And you told me it would be quick, but it was actually very quick.
Yeah.
And even before it started, the imam was like, "Yeah, give her gift. And
you
can't take that back." And that was great.
I had to give her money for her. Like, here you go.
My mahar.
Mahar.
Yeah.
I had to give it to her and was like, here you go. And then it's like, you can't take that back. And I was like, damn, there goes my plan. Shame. But how did you find the whole situation?
Very short and sweet.
Same. I love that.
I love that too. Like,
listen, like, no hate, no shade, no foul, no nothing. But man, sometimes those church ones are long as hell. And don't get me wrong, some nikahs can be very long as well. I have heard of nikahs that have been very long, where the prayer is long, but it shouldn't be long. It's meant to be quick. Like, it's meant to be quick. Like,
of course. Actually, a friend of mine reached out and was like, "Oh, I've been to one of those before, and it was so long." And I was like, "Long?" Frug told me it's gonna be short, and it was. And I think I love that we kept it to just our parents. Yeah. Like just our...
Because I felt like it would have been overkill to have so many people over for something that was like 5 minutes, you know?
That's the thing. And then I get the whole like, celebration after, but we would like to have like a bigger celebration with everyone.
An actual proper walima.
You know, we're looking into it, which is obviously you guys you'll hear a lot about this because it's at the moment it's rough. But no, the whole nikah, I loved how we did it. I loved the experience of it. I just loved everything about it.
Yeah, honestly, I really enjoyed it, and it was good, and I'm just glad it's sorted, you know?
You're my husband.
Yeah.
Okay, on to today's topic.
Still feels weird being called that. I mean, I don't know, like labels, you know? I'm just like, I'm just
whatever. That's so toxic.
No, it's not whatever. Like, as I said, I'm fine with being a husband. It's just like so strange. I go husband, wife kind of thing. It's like, it's just your partner, your man's, your gal.
It's not like that.
It is. It's all the same.
It's not like that.
And also, I think
you're fighting.
No, also, I think because like we've been together for so long that I'm just like.
No, I get that, but
because it feels disingenuous to like relationships that have been like, why, like, you know, like. Why are they not seen the same? Do you get me?
I don't think so. I say that I'm a wife and you're my husband with pride. Like
no, and I get it. Absolutely.
I take pride in the relationship that we have and that we decided to be like religiously committed to each other. And I take pride in that and saying that. And I feel like watering it down is a little like not taking pride in your relationship. Why can't you say, that's my husband with pride?
Yeah. No, and that's I think it's cool, like, you know, and whatever. First thing I did, I called you my wife the last day just there for, you know, the call I had. But like what I'm just saying is like, you know, I feel like even people who have been together for like 12 years at that stage it's the same thing, no?
But that's what you
Except
decide.
obviously without
that's the
labels.
label you decide to put on your relationship.
Yeah, I know.
I think for us, like the religious part being a, you know, big deal out of it added to the label.
I hear it.
You know, and had it not been, we'd just be partners forever, for as long as we want to.
Forever.
Okay, so today's topic is kind of on relationships since, you know, we've been together for 11 years. We recently celebrated. And I kind of wanted to do a bit of an episode on how to have a successful relationship. Wow. There's no guide, obviously.
Take it with a grain of salt, guys.
There's no real guide to this. Every relationship is different. But obviously we have some tips and tricks.
Do we? Is our relationship successful? Is it?
I don't know, we've been together a long time.
So many people. Like what like
yeah, and they have advice for others.
What is the criteria for a successful relationship in the senses in like relationship?
Good question.
Like, is it like a relationship that's gone past X amount of years? Is it a relationship that has no fights? Is it a relationship that seems perfect on the outside? Is it a relationship that is actually perfect on the inside, quote unquote? Is it a relationship that they both die together? You know, as in like because in my personal opinion, like a successful relationship would be a relationship in which both of them died together. Do you get me? As in like
till death,
you know, till death do us part kind of thing. You know, at least one of them died. You know, like you know, so that is a success. Even if it's a year.
But they can't share their wisdom then.
No. But only one needs to die.
Oh.
You know, because that was ends the relationship. Do you get me?
Right.
You know, as in.
But the thing is,
so
it could have been all the beating and fighting, and then they just died. You know. And then it's like, is it still successful even though it wasn't?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, you know, like what, like what's the criteria, you know, for this thing? Like,
that's a good question. Let's talk about it. I think, that's such a good question. Such a good question. Like, I think success is just a couple that's happy together. I don't care
on the surface.
No, but I don't care what they say. It's they're happy together by themselves. Do you get me?
But that's what we see.
No, but I don't care what I see. Like, to me, it's just like, this is how you feel. And like, I take what you say at face value because I don't know how you feel, but this is what you're deciding to tell me. And I understand that people don't always say the truth, but how am I meant to tell? Like, read minds.
Yeah, no, but
you know?
That one's also deceiving because on face value, a relationship can be good, but in reality, he or she is beating the other person.
No,
in the background.
I get you. I get that.
And then they're getting advice from someone who is beating the other person. Is that really good advice?
I get that, but you know, there's people like that giving advice out there, and nobody knows any better.
Yeah.
But Fergus told me at gunpoint to do this episode, so.
I don't know about that, Chief.
No, I think it's honestly a couple being happy, still being like liking each other's company and liking spending time with each other romantically in the friendship level as well. And ultimately, a successful relationship is what you yourself define as successful. Because it's so unfair to come in and be like, well, if you don't spend 24/7 together, then it's not successful. And that's not true. You know? So we're going to talk from our stance of a successful relationship because, well, I think we've had a successful relationship. I don't know what you think.
I guess we'll never know. Guys, she beats me well.
Do you want to give your first tip?
I guess let me just get the generic one out of the way.
Generic?
Yeah, as in like everyone says it.
No, I don't want that. I want raw, like your raw first tip.
Oh, date someone that's not extremely annoying to you. As in,
okay.
Everyone has a certain level of annoyance toleration meter. Mine is quite high. So you want someone that will never break that meter often. Do you get me?
You said that your annoyance meter is quite high. Would you say it's quite low, actually?
No, it's quite high.
You think you can deal with a lot of annoyance?
Yes. Yes, I do. I deal with your shit every day. Yeah.
That's why I say it's very low.
Very high.
I don't think I'm like on your back like that.
Did you not ask me a question? Sorry. Am I not giving my answer?
Sorry.
Thank you very much.
I was just correcting.
No. You can't correct me with my answer. You see what I mean? See what I mean, guys? Toxic. Anyway, someone that doesn't break it often. I think people are annoying and people are annoying to you no matter how much you like them, right? So you need someone that no matter how annoying they are, it's not always every time they're pissing you off like to the max. It's only someone that breaks your annoyance meters here and there, because if they annoy you all the time, you're just gonna be like, every time you see them, you're like, fuck this person. Why am I talking to them right now? And you don't want that with your partner. Personally, that's my number one tip.
Yeah.
Annoyance meter. They should not be breaking it often. So get someone as not as annoying as possible for yourself.
For your own
levels, you know.
That's That's fair. That's very fruit-coded answer. Yeah. Not even that, like, get along. He's like, no, just don't be annoying.
Yeah, honestly.
Get along. No, who's that? Don't matter if you get along. I think my main tip is to pause and break down your own feelings. And this one kind of stemmed from, seeing everywhere that communication is key in a relationship. And I've always valued communication a lot. However, what I was communicating a lot of the time was spur of the moment feelings that made no sense to communicate. I think a lot of the times, like, what you feel in the moment can be so intense and like serious feeling, but then the next day might not be as serious.
A bit over exaggerated, you would say.
Yeah, no. I
would say like saying that, oh, something has like been happening for a week, even though it's happened for like maybe 2 hours.
Precisely. That's the exact example that we're gonna go with. So I think the most important part that I've been learning and I am learning is to not always communicate what I'm feeling in the moment, like sit down with my feelings and just kind of go through them a little bit and understand myself, because sometimes I'm feeling so angry and I'm sitting with myself and I'm like, yeah, I'm still angry. But it's like, wait, like, why do you feel angry? What's triggering this anger? And like actually solving the root cause of the problem will help you understand yourself better.
So process and analyze.
Yeah, exactly. So, communication is important, but that's my first step, which follows into communication, which I believe is also on your list.
I like that, processing and analyzing. Yes, I do. I am very much into. Before I give out to Nicoletta, I go, why am I mad? Articulate it well, and if I can articulate it to myself fully from start to finish, then I can say it to her, because at least I now know 100% why I'm mad. Not just being like, I'm mad because no, it's like, why am I upset? And that's how it works much better.
Yeah,
fully agree with you.
I agree. And so then from that into the communication part, is communication key?
Duh. Like, everyone says it and they beat it like a freaking dead horse. They beat it worse than a dead horse. Let me not lie. They beat it to freaking mush. And there's a reason they beat it to mush, because it's actually the main thing. Like, if you can't communicate with your partner, then you can never resolve anything with your partner, which means you have built up anxiety, build up tension, built up everything. So like, you guys just fighting or screaming, or either just giving each other silent treatment and just being tense all the time. Whereas if you communicate effectively, it removes all tensions, all BS, all everything. But don't get me wrong, everyone beats it to mush as if it's simple, but it's not. It's very freaking hard, because humans are different. You are vastly different from the person you're with. And the way you communicate is not going to be the way they communicate. The way you process things is not going to be the way they process things. So it's like, and it's the hardest thing to do, but also the most important thing to do, is my opinion, I think. How about you?
No, I completely agree. Learning how to communicate respectfully is so important, because like I said, yeah, okay, you take the first step of processing your feelings, but then say I'm still angry and I'm valid for my anger, I shouldn't come to you in a disrespectful way, because that's not conflict resolution. You need to come to this table respectfully, and hopefully after you've had time to think it, you are more calm and are able to do that. And like Farouk said, it's hard because you might not speak the same language, and I don't mean literally, I mean like communication wise. And definitely communicate everything. Yeah, I think communicate.
Over communicate.
Yeah. Well, actually, do you think it's important to say everything?
No, absolutely not. But like in the scenarios, over communicate. Like don't leave room for interpretation.
Yes.
Say exactly what it is as it is, and give them every single point of detail. Don't let them be like, have to guess parts,
Yeah. I've been thinking about this one. Bless you.
Thank you.
I've been thinking about this one. It's interesting communicating, because leaving room for interpretation can go so wrong.
Yeah.
I've had because sometimes I think back to cringe scenarios that I was in, or certain things that I said that absolutely were not ill-intended, not to you, like a friend. And I think about it, and I'm like, this person could have left my house thinking I was trying to say one thing, but I was trying to say something completely different. So I think over communicate even with people like that you're friends with. Don't let them like.
Don't leave room for interpretation.
No, don't. Just over communicate and be awkward and cringe and keep talking to make sure that your message is clear.
Absolutely, I fully agree with that. I think it's very important. You know, like, but on the topic of like leaving gaps, I think there are certain things that you should not talk to your partner about. Absolutely. I think we talked about this a little bit in, was it the last episode maybe? Or whatever episode. Yeah, we talked about it in the Reddit episode a little bit, but we know who didn't listen to that, obviously, because not all of you listen to all our episodes. But there are certain things you just have to keep a secret from your partner. There's just some things. As in, like, in a sense, I'm not talking about maliciously. I'm saying, like, there's certain things better left unsaid, you know? Like, and there's sometimes you just have to agree. Like what do they call them? They call them little white lies, or like slightly withholding the truth, you know, like sometimes
like, babe, you don't look fat in that.
Yeah, you know, like stuff like that. Like, you know, she might not look great in what she's wearing, and she's asking for your honest opinion, but you know that she's been feeling very emotionally and very bad about herself. This is not the time to be like, honesty is best policy. No, you'd be like, girl, you look stunning, and boost her confidence, you know, not like tear her down some more, you know, like that's just gonna get,
who's that helping anyway?
It's not helping anybody. It's not helping you for sure, because you're gonna get as much as you think, oh, you're just being honest, you're gonna get the shit end of the fucking stick, let's be honest. So like sometimes you just have to not say things, or say things obtusely.
Yeah, I completely agree, because I've always been like, say what comes to mind, especially with you. And the thing is, it might not even be like mean or bad or related to anything. It's just like, actually, you know what, I probably shouldn't say that. Like that's a thought that should probably never leave my brain.
Every time I ask her my fat, she says no. That's how I know she's lying to me all the time.
You are skinny as fuck anyway. But also I think there's certain things, like you said, like that are sometimes kind of mean, and sometimes things can be said that are like mean and unnecessary. It's like that was so unnecessary. Like you added nothing, zero value. Like you didn't even need to lie. You could have just been silent.
Yeah, exactly. You just don't say it.
Yeah.
You know, like, don't say it. Just like shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Respectfully.
What's your next tip? I know he's thinking of these off the dome.
Yeah, I'm taking off. No, I know, but I say it all the time. Be individuals. Still be individuals. That's one of my biggest ones. Like, I cannot be with someone that's choking me. Like, I just want to be myself, and I want you to be yourself, and then we are two people together. I never, ever want to feel like we are a unit all the time. We should come together as a unit, but we don't live as a unit. Do you get me? Kind of thing.
Right now.
Continue.
I'm sorry.
No, continue.
I don't know the rest.
No, continue.
That was just an ad-lib.
Yeah, continue.
It was like background noise.
Girl, shut up.
Background music.
But yeah, no, honestly, that is what I feel. You should be individuals together, because like, I don't know, it just feels so choking, so tiring, so choking, so tiring. Always having to be like that person's friend all the time, be there all the time, like be there everything, you know? Like, you be your own person too, please. You can't just be me. We've gone through this too. Like, don't get it twisted, girlies. Nick Little was very choking for a long time, but now look at her. Strong, independent woman.
Yeah, I definitely did struggle with that. Obviously, I guess it's not like one for the episode here, because it's not the successful part of the relationship.
It's like, I only want to see the good things.
Yeah, obviously the things that like helped, and becoming an individual helped, and that was just simply because we were not together, I think, for like 2 years.
Yeah.
So it was like, okay.
Oh, way more sporadically.
Yeah. As in, like, we weren't like in proximity or anything. We just had different lives, and that was great, actually. And then, funny enough, like, completely contrast, not spending any time together. Never stop dating. And I know that they always say this because it actually is so important to keep dating for a lot of different reasons. I think like spending time together in the house is just not like being together, spending quality time together. I was saying to Fruit yesterday, I was so mentally not inside the house. I was just like, oh, I need to do this, I need to do this, I need to do this. And then at the end of the day, I was like, I didn't even see you today. Like, I did not feel your presence at all. It was just like I was inside here. So I think like spending that quality time is so important. Like leaving the house, getting pretty, or not getting, whatever you want to do, it doesn't matter. But setting time aside to have quality time
together. That makes sense. Which is funny because that kind of leads to my final point of being able to be together but not be together.
That's the same thing as being an individual.
No, because it's different from being individual. As in, like, there are times I'll literally be playing my games and you'll be reading, right? Yeah. And it's enjoying each other's presence without having to, like, be watching a movie together.
But that's being individual.
No, it's because it's not being
individual hobbies.
No, because, like, I feel like people feel pressured. This is kind of like the individual thing is like you go do your own thing and I go do my own thing and we could be completely separate like places, right? I'm talking about being more in the same space and not feeling like, oh, is it bad that I'm in the space right now and not saying anything to Nicoletta? Is it bad that I'm in the same space?
Is that really
and I'm not giving her my full attention?
Do people actually feel like that when they've been dating together for such a long time?
Yeah, I feel like people do. Like they're just like, oh no, I feel so bad that I'm not, you know. Like, you know, like usually people also have to be in separate rooms to do that. They can never like be in the same room and do it.
Why not?
That's what I'm saying.
How does that get in the way?
That's what I'm saying.
You're literally in your own space and I'm in my own space.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't get it.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, I think you don't deep it because we're very good for that. But I think a lot of relationships do struggle. I've seen on TikTok, especially, which is funny enough, very recently, about people complaining that it's like, oh, I'll be in the room and he'll just be there on his game or whatever. And like, or either I'll be in the room and she's like doing this or whatever. I'm like, you know, you can just enjoy your own time while they're also enjoying their own time. Like, I understand if it's a different story, if it's like you came over specifically and he's like playing his games, okay, that's wrong, right? But you should be able to like have alone time together in the same space.
Yeah.
Do you get me?
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people are incapable of doing that. They feel like, oh, if I'm with you, we should be doing something together.
But even if you live together, like we literally live together.
Like, I don't get a single moment of peace without breathing in her oxygen.
I would understand if it's like, okay, it's been a long day at work, we just got home and like I want to spend some quality time with you, even like because we live together, and maybe let's watch a movie together or whatever. That makes sense to me. You should want to spend time with your partner if you haven't seen them all day.
But if you're tired as well, though, you're just like, I don't even. It's like I don't.
Okay, but that's one day. Are you tired every single day?
Obviously,
like,
absolutely, no.
You know what I mean? It's not. I'm not here like looking for excuses to not spend time together, because that's excuses. Like, you should want to spend time with your partner. You know what I mean?
After a long day.
Yeah,
every
even
day?
after a long day.
Every day?
Yeah.
That's interesting, actually.
Yes.
Do you think, like, if we were gone to the office every day,
yeah.
we came back in the evening every day, and let's say you were tired or I was tired, do you expect every day we should be, like, straight away be doing things together? Or do you think it's, like, take a breather, like, kind of like mentally deload from the day, and then do something together later on?
See, I don't think it's like that, because you come from work and there's a lot of shit you need to do, whether it's together or individual. You need to wash the bathroom, clean clothes, whatever it is that needs to be done be done. I'm saying spend time together, like when it's time to spend time together.
Okay, that's
like
fair.
Whether it's like literally the end of the day and it's like the last 20 minutes before you fall asleep and you're like talking or whatever.
Yeah,
I just think, to me, it's the same thing as like taking pride in like your partner being like your husband now or whatever. It's like, I enjoy talking to this person and I want to talk to them about my day, and like I want to hear about their day because I care about them.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. I hear
it's
that.
It's not a chore.
I guess I was thinking more of like, funny enough, like, I'm glad we don't have to go there. Like, if we had long days, let's go like 7 a.m. to 7 p.m., right? Or whatever. And then even earlier, technically, let's say we even go gym before work, and then we come back in the evening, like commuting, traffic, everything, 7 p.m. I generally don't think the first thing I would want to do is sit down with you and like watch something. I think I would actually want to like I wouldn't even want to do anything, because I'm thinking back to the times when I had long days when I would like walk to the office, go to the gym, and then walk back, cook and everything. And all I wanted to do by like 8 p.m., 9 p.m., whenever I was like free, was just like chillax for a bit, just for a little bit, just have like say nothing to no one. Like I remember even you, I would like not even be texting you. I'd just be like relaxing for a little bit, just like 30 minutes to an hour, like, and then.
And I get that's completely normal.
Yeah, and I think
that's completely normal.
But then I'm thinking that I think in some relationships, maybe one partner or the other expects the other person to be like, okay, now that you've been gone all day, give me your attention. And I feel like that's very draining.
I think it could be, but to me, it's offloading. To me, it's not draining. To me, it's what's the opposite?
It's deloading. Like,
yeah, like it's kind of helping me.
I think it depends on your personality. Yeah. Because I just like, get the fuck away from me. Like, I just want to relax.
But no, actually, I don't know. After a long day, like I tend to be very.
That's funny, because I generally think you would be the same as me, where you just you're like, get the
same.
fuck.
I am the same, but I know talking like puts me in a good mood. But I'm definitely very clammed up after a long day. I'm like, just don't even look at me.
Yeah, that's what I feel. Because that's what I was surprised that you said. Because I'm like, I feel like you're very much like me, that you'd be like, I think both of us, if we came back 7 p.m., 8 p.m. after a long day, we'd both just be like, what's that meme? It's like, this day's stressed. Drain me. Exactly. And then like after an hour, then we start talking.
I agree.
Like, I could not imagine straight away.
And I agree, because even when we were living together, there were some last few days you were working in your old company, and you'd go in and you'd come home and I'd try to talk to you and you'd be like, and then you'd spend some time, eat, like watch something, and then you'd be like, okay, back to normal.
Yeah. Because I need the time.
But it'd just be like,
I just need the time to like decompress,
Yeah.
Because it's long. The fuck going to the office, guys? Honestly, humans aren't made for that shit.
I think it's because you're just constantly on.
Yeah, you don't ever get a break. At least when you're working from home, like there are times you can just like clock out. I remember like when I was in the office, the times I would go upstairs for like 30 minutes with like Kevin, the guys, like Andrew, Kevin, guys, just to have a chat. And it felt so fucking fantastic. Like we loved it. And we'd always be like, oh, upstairs, like whatever. And we'd go, and that 30 minutes was just like a breath of fresh air.
And here's the thing. I think that because a lot of people do get that office job, social aspect, right? And even when I've been in the office, like I really enjoy it in the moment and I enjoy talking, but at the end of it, I'm like, my mouth hurts from smiling all day, or like having to smile.
Fake smile.
Not even fake, just genuinely smiling. Because if I'm working at home, I'm not smiling all the time because I'm not speaking to people
all the time.
I'm talking to you, but I don't have to like be. So like after day, I'm like, oh my god, that was still draining despite enjoying it in the moment. Like, yeah, I enjoy talking to people, but like I'm done.
Yeah.
And obviously I had loads of other jobs where I had to like talk on the job, like smile on the job,
retail,
help customers, or it's so draining.
They drain me.
It's so draining. But yeah, my last tip that I have for you guys is to be kind to your partner. That's
insane coming from you.
That's not fair.
That's not fair. Take that back right now, Farouk.
I'm very kind to you.
To you.
I think so. A lot of times people, like, we tend to be kinder to other people and lash out more at our own partners that we're spending the most time with. So guys, be kind and gentle and understanding, because they deserve that empathy from you just
Absolutely.
as much as everyone else.
If they're not gonna get it from you, who else would they get it from?
Yeah, 100%.
Their family, their friends.
Yeah.
Who
will understand them?
Who will take care of them?
So be kind and loving, and like put them in your pocket.
And shout out to my lovely wife, Ralu over here. Look at her. She's cheesed. If you're watching,
I am.
She's cheese, fam.
You're making me smiley.
Yeah. We record this on Tuesday. We gotta record another episode this week for you guys for next week.
We're gonna be so exciting, guys.
Because we are gone.
So
But
now that we can
actually, we can probably talk about that in the next episode though, because that episode is coming while we're on holiday. Did you get me?
No, dummy, because we're gonna talk about the experience.
Yeah, no, but I'm saying we can say where we're going because it would already been halfway through our trip.
Oh, I don't want to do that.
Oh, just in case
Follow the socials.
on Saturday.
No, follow the
Oh
socials.
yeah.
But yeah, no evil eye.
Yeah,
Gosh
because
darn it.
there's still like 3 days left.
Gosh darn
By the time
it.
the
It's
episode
already
comes
been
out.
enough.
Oh,
Have you not had enough?
whoever of you is praying on my downfall, back to sender.
Cause what?
By 10 times worse. Because how is it only now, a week before that, I feel like shit? Fuck you.
That and also the issue we're having with the place we're staying
Oh
in.
my God, guys. Wait till you hear the stories. Oh,
real,
sweet.
for real,
Straight hot tea. Super hot fire.
Yes. But I'm really excited. It will be our first honeymoon. I know it sounds weird, like our first honeymoon. But I still want a honeymoon after our wedding.
How greedy.
No,
Greedy.
For that one, I expect you to pay, but for this one, we both paid. So.
How greedy. Anyway, till next time, guys.
Till next time.
Peace.